Hi, welcome to this video, and in this video we are going to discuss about the Tower of Hanoi problem, which is one of the most interesting mathematical puzzle till date. Okay, and we'll be discussing the recursion approach on how to solve this problem. There is an iterative approach as well by using stack data structure, but today we are going to discuss about the recursion approach to solve the Tower of Hanoi problem. So before jumping into the problem, let's see what is the problem statement. Now you can see we have only three rods. This is mentioned here that we have only three rods, so 3 is constant here, and we have n disk. N disk means this n will be the user input from from the problem statement. Okay, the objective of the puzzle is to move the entire stack of the disks to the another rod, obeying the following simple rules. We have one rod and we have some n number of disks, so we have to transfer all of these disks to another rod by using some rules that is given here. Only one disk can be moved at a time. We can only move one disk. We can't move directly two disks. Each move consists of taking the upper. Okay, so what the second point says, it says only the uppermost disk can move. In the first move, we can't move this disk. We have to move the uppermost disk, and this is correct, but this is not in this problem. That means a bigger disk can't be placed on a top of a smaller disk. We always have to place the smaller disk on a top of a bigger disk by using this problem statement. Okay, so here what we have to do, we have to move all of our disk to by using only three rods. So here there is a illustration, so you guys should understand this illustration. Like we have three rods A, B and C. Now we have to move all of these three to this place. Okay, by using some algorithm, and we can move only one piece of block at one time. So I am going to show you some illustration now, which I have made by using some animations. So you guys should watch that correctly, you guys should watch that properly, and after that you can understand what we are going to do. So this is our problem statement given to us. So first we will move the red block to the C rod. In the next step we will move the green block to the B rod. Next you have to move the C block back to the B rod. Okay, so this is our final step. What we actually did, this is our A rod. One second. So what we actually did, this is our A rod, this is our B rod, this is our C rod. Here three disks are given. So we moved this disk to this position first. After that we moved this disk to this position. We moved back this disk to this position and this position. What we did after that, we moved all of these two disks by using this as a rod, and we moved to this position. Okay, now let's name our rods. What I mean to say, this is our first position, this is our from rod, this is our auxiliary rod that we are using to transfer all these blocks to this position. This is our auxiliary rod, that's why, and this is our two rod. So what is our aim? We have to design a recursive function that transfers the block from the from rod to the to rod. I am writing the aim here because this is important to apply this recursion. Designing a function that transfers the block from rod to rod. Focus on these two terms, that you have to design a function that will transfer all of these blocks to this position. Okay, so now this is our second position. I have just compressed two more steps. Like the red block was coming here, after that green block was coming here, after that the red block or the red disk was moving back. So I have just converged all those two positions, and what I did, I just moved these two blocks here, and I am going to show you another animation so that you can understand it better. Now check this animation. We moved the first top blocks to the auxiliary rod. We moved our base block to the two rod. we move the auxiliary rod back to this. We move the blocks at the auxiliary rod back to our C rod. Now check this again. What we actually did, this is our first position, this is our second position, this is our third position, and this is our final position. Check this again. Right? Next, suppose we have 4 blocks. Now you can guess, we can move these 3 blocks to this position first. We will move this block to this position, then after that you can move these blocks back to this position. So there are so many steps that are involved, but I have just converged them. Which steps I have converged? Like you can see here, in the first step this is moving to the C rod. In the second step this is moving to the B rod. In the third step we are coming here. I mean, I have converged 2 steps. Two steps at this position. Next, this is coming here. This is our third step. This last block or the biggest block. This is again coming here. This is coming here. This is coming here. What is exactly happening? Now you see, these two are moving here. So basically we have 4 steps. These are the steps. See, this is our first step, the first position which is given to us. This is our first step. Move the 2 blocks on the top of the biggest block or the nth block to the auxiliary rod. This is our from rod now. This is our auxiliary rod now. This is our to rod that we have passed, okay, as a parameter. Move the base block, I mean the nth block, from the from rod to the to rod. Next, move these 2 rods from the auxiliary rod to the to rod. Okay. Let's check what will happen for if we have 4 such blocks. This is our first process or the second position. Next we have to move the base block, then we have to move that, and we got the answer. So what exactly happening here, like you can see, every time we have this, first we will move these 3, not this 3. If it is 4, then we will move this 4. If it is 5, we will move this 5. So how many blocks exactly we are moving? Suppose we have total n blocks, n minus blocks we are moving to the auxiliary position. So at this point of time, this is our from and this is our to. C will be used as the auxiliary one or the helper one. So we will be shifting all these from blocks, I mean all these blocks at the from rod to the to rod. Okay, so this is our first process. After that, what we are doing? We are changing these blocks position from the from rod to the C rod, or I can say the to rod. So we are changing this position. Next, what we are doing? We are taking this and we are placing this here, and we are using A as the auxiliary. So at this position, A will be the auxiliary, this will be the from, this will be the to. So after that you will get the answer because we are moving this. Now you must be thinking, there was a statement in the there is a statement in the problem statement that you can't move more than 1 block. You can't move more than 1 block at the same time. So how am I moving more than 1 block? How am I moving 3 blocks at the same time? Actually, I am not moving 3 blocks. I am moving them as one by one, but I am showing you some positions. Like you can see here. This was for our 3 block structure. Okay. Now in the first position, in the first step, the topmost block will be moving to the C rod. In the second step, next rod will be moving to B. Third step, like these 2 steps were converged. So I can say these 2 blocks move directly to the auxiliary rod. Okay, this is our first recursion. Like, why we are using this recursion function? Suppose we have a function TOH, so we are using that function to move n rods from the from rod by using the auxiliary rod to the to rod. We are using that function for that purpose. So now see here, at the first recursion call, what we are doing? we are not moving n blocks, we are moving n minus block. From where to where? From the from block, what we are using as auxiliary, we are using the C block as auxiliary. So here we will be passing 2 because C block is passed here, B block is passed here, and A block is passed here as parameter when we are calling the function. So, and we are moving this to the auxiliary rod, that's why we will be using auxiliary. This is our first recursion call. What we have to do, we have to move this n minus 1 blocks from the from position to the auxiliary position. Next, we have to move this. Next, we have to move this from this position to this position. So for that purpose, we will write a line before our next recursion call. So after that, what we will be doing? And this is our first step. This is our second step. This is our third step. So we are moving these two from this position to this position. Okay. So from which position? From the auxiliary position to which position? To the C position or the 2 position, and by using this as auxiliary. So in this function, we will be passing n minus 1 again because we are shifting n minus 1 blocks from which position? From auxiliary position, by using which as the auxiliary, from as the auxiliary, and to which position? To the 2 position. So this will be our next function call. So you can see this as well. So this is, always remember that the red term is for the from, orange term is for the to, and green term is for the auxiliary. So here you can see this from is actually from, I mean actually the A rod, this A, B, C are passed as from, auxiliary, and to respectively to our function. So this is our from, and we are using what? We are using C as the auxiliary. We are moving our two n minus 1 blocks to the 2 position or the auxiliary position. Similarly here what we are doing, we are moving them from the auxiliary position by using from as the auxiliary to the 2 position. Okay, so if you what is the trick in this problem? The only trick in this problem is to manipulate the from, auxiliary, and to, and call recursion twice. That's it. Okay, so let's write some code so that you can understand it clearly. So let's write the code in Python. So before writing our function, we need to take some input. So n equal to integer input, because input is by default taking string, so we are converting it to integer by typecasting. So we are calling our function TOH, n is from user input. We are passing 3 names for our rods. Okay, now you have to design the function. So def TOH means Tower of Hanoi, n we are passing this as a from rod. This is only the name, we have to manipulate them, and 2 rod. Okay, so now what you have to do, you have to check for the base case. So what will be the base case in this condition? Imagine you have only 1 block here and you have 3 rods. So what you have to do, you just have to move this block 1 from the from rod to the 2 rod. You don't have to do anything. So that is your base case. If you have n equal 1, so let's check for our base case. If n equal 1, n means number of rods equal 1, then we will be printing, and we are going to use format printing because you have to print the steps. So we are going to use format printing. So what we will be printing, move disk 1 from the from rod to the okay. So this is something at our base case, and we have to return. When we are reaching 1, we just have to return. Next we have TOH, and we are going to perform it on n minus 1. What we are doing in this step, we are concerned about what we are going to do in this recursion call. Like here you can see we have 3 blocks. So we are concerned about moving these 2 blocks from this position to this position. This is our auxiliary passed by default, and this is our 2. So what we are doing, we are passing from position to 2 position. So here this 2 will be auxiliary, this auxiliary will be C, I mean the 2 rod, and this from rod will be the from rod. So that will be our first recursion call. You just have to manipulate the values that we are passing. So here what we will do, we will write this from rod as it is, and in the auxiliary rod case we will be changing it to 2 rod, and after that we will be passing auxiliary rod as our to destination. What you have to do next, you have to move the nth disk from the from position to the to position. So we will be printing again by formatting moved disk n. Okay, so this is our third step, where we are just moving our nth disk from the from rod to the to rod. Next, you have to call recursion. And why we have to call recursion again? Now, what is the current condition of the current condition? Like the base block has already reached here by this statement. We have two blocks here. So what you have to do to move this from this position to this position? From which position? From the auxiliary position to which position? To the to position, by using from as the auxiliary. So here we will just change these values first, nothing else. You just have to do that and you are done. So let's write TOH n minus 1 from rod, because from rod is used as the auxiliary rod here, and the to rod, and you are done. So this is how your code is going to look like. So this is our base case. This is our base case when n equal to 1. This is our first recursion call to move the top n minus 1 disk. This is our next step to move the nth disk from the from position to the to position. This is our third step in moving the remaining disk from the auxiliary position to the to position. Okay, and we are done. So now you guys have one task. Try to think for the iterative solution by using stack, and send me the solution in the email link mentioned below. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. See you in the next video.